Several hours later. It's been a while. It's like peeling an onion. There's just more and more stuff. Got all that stuff out of there, lights out of here. I took all those cords out, working on getting all this stuff out, but I noticed the strangest thing. Everywhere the RO drain line, two instances of that here, everywhere the RO drain line entered into like a push fit connector like this, when it came out, hard time pointing the camera, it is bright blood red. This was true on this flow restrictor that's part of the right there, that's part of the filter, and it was true coming out of here. And I bet if I take this valve off, let me try that again. I bet if I take this valve off, it wasn't red. What? Like seriously, it was red coming out of one side of this. That's where one of these red ends came from, and then the other one came out of the flow dealy, and then the other piece coming out of the other side was perfectly not red. That green that you can see in there is just algae growing in it, but like, what? Anybody know what that is? Okay, we're so close. Pretty much everything's down. Got all those pipes down and stuff like that. Haven't taken out the tank and the filter. I'm going to take the filter. It's not connected to anything. Here in just a second. I can just lift it off its screws and away with it in just a second. But now we're to the point where this is the last time and probably the clearest view we're going to get of what the room shape originally is. So there's the one wall over there where you can see part of it's like a half wall on studs, and then this part is just the concrete footing. That's what the rest of it is. This is the concrete basement slash footer wall. There's a bay window on top of that. That's why it's shaped like half a hexagon, is that it supports a bay window above it on the first floor of the house. So goes back there, and then just this corner part and this wall are studded in to separate it from the rest of the space here in the basement. Originally this room was just a dirty utility closet that had the sump. Around here, houses with basements have to have sumps, and it had the radon abatement system in it, but you know, we didn't need it, so I preempted it for use for other things. So yeah, got the mini split that I installed several years ago. Still works flawlessly. You can hear that fan going since I took the filters off of it. Yeah, the mini split works flawlessly. I mean, it just pumps out cold air all the time with very little energy cost. It's not really expensive at all to run. It costs, I think, probably less than the light cost to run. So it's just not a big deal. Electricity's cheap around here. So that's it. Alright, now I get to do the real fun part. I got this leaf bag out here because now I get to peel all of this little white bead styrofoam crap off of the walls, and between the silver glitter that'll be raining off of that and the little white styrofoam dust that's going to be drifting off all this crap when I rip it down, this is going to make one hell of a mess. Well, let's get started. Dude, turn me into a superhero. Come on. Oh. Alright. Well, I was right about the mess. And I'll tell you one thing I really like, and that's my DeWalt cordless oscillating multi-tool thingy. One thing I really like about this is if you look where that old insulation was up there, I had this super sticky, super strong like OSX quad exterior window caulk that was, I mean, it's sticky and very rubbery. So, you know, getting that off the wall or whatever where it had bonded the styrofoam to the wall, I mean, it's pretty tough to scrape off. It's very gooey and very resilient. But this thing, man, it just like... It just like takes what might have been a very onerous job and... Sorry, can't see very well. I'm on a ladder with tool in one hand and the thing in the other, but I mean, it just slices it right off, no problem. Love it. All right. I know people are getting tired of this before video business, but this should be the end of the before because we're about to go back the other direction. Got all of the ceiling taken out. Now I can see what I need to do up there. Got all that cleared out. Gotta move that pipe. Gotta hang this mini split from the ceiling momentarily while I get a new paneling behind it and remove the last of the styrofoam that's right behind it. Took the trim off the door, and then the same thing over here with the tank. I've got to empty that tank, and the reason I haven't done it yet is I'm going to wash this floor, and when I do wash the floor I'm just going to let the last of the 50 gallons of RO pour out and wash it all down the sump there. And once everything's all good and washed down from top to bottom, I'm gonna get ready to put the paneling back in. Woohoo! Well, this took almost all day to get all this cleaned up and moved out, and it looks like I cleaned up, but really I just made a huge mess everywhere else. So, got to get this back together pretty quick. So, let's see what happens.